Mahila, listen to me very carefully. When I was deep in the mode of Walnut Creek, and at night, it was like I was trying to rob Saeed to pay Simone. Okay, listen to me very carefully. I was robbing Saeed to pay Simone. And that mentality is very treacherous because what you do is you try to make things right by taking something that is word or an event or something in the news or one of these um, like social media things, and you try to make it right by using that to your advantage. And that's wrong because you have to just trust that you've balanced force. When you balance force in your life, you automatically make it right without having to say sorry, without having to do something that is like against your conscience. Like when you do something against your conscience to make it right, that's the darkness of the Vatican intrusion on the mafia. That's the Vatican intrusion on the mafia. And that's where you get like the hard men of Joab and his brother from. Okay. But the thing is that they were actually doing things out of righteous vengeance. David saw it as hard, but really, David was that way of the Vatican intrusion mafia. This is very deep. They don't like to cover this, but David was the intrusion of the Vatican on the mafia because he killed the messenger who saw that Saul had died. So out of his own trying to make it right for his pride, he killed that messenger. Whereas Joab and his brother, they did things out of like unsettling heart. Like there's no way they were going to let something like that pass when that was their heart. Like that was their heart. Okay, like their heart had been taken out and they were looking at their heart every day and couldn't put their heart back in their body. So that's the very deep of it, is that the Bible, a lot of preachers try to say, well, Joab was the bad one and David was not, but it's really the opposite because um because it goes back to Bathsheba because it's a Rosa Parks. And what it is that it's a Jeremy where, okay, he can't let that go. That man put him upside down and had his hand on his willy. Can't let that go. And tried to kill his girl. It's like it's in front of him every day. It's in his sight every day. Like he can't live with that. It's fierce rage of you have to make it right. You have to. It's not like, well, it's turn the other cheek. It's more like this has to get done automatically, or else, like, this won't be good for my heart. Okay. Whereas the hydro is like, I'm a hide and do this. Like, I'm hiding that my conscience is seared. So I'm gonna turn this on itself. I'm gonna turn it upside down and go against my conscience to make it right for myself, because the Jeremy is with God, because you feel in the Holy Ghost righteousness. The hydro is with yourself because it's pride. Okay. So that's where you get a lot of that Bathsheba from, because that was God's one lamb, was Uriah. Uriah had the one lamb, and David took that away. And God was Alexander the Great, and he had the one lamb of conquering all of Asia. Okay, as the EE. Okay, the EE either means like left behind, or it means the mobbing gangs of New York tribes of old. So, um, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, is that there's that difference there, and I went through so much of that at Walnut Creek that it's a balance of the force when you realize that, because it's like you're in the valley of decision all the time. When you're in the valley of decision all the time, you have to get out of it by balancing force and knowing that you will make it all right automatically. Okay, that's what it is. So in Megan the Stallion and Cardi B, they represent that in my life. They are the full representation of that in my life.